In April 1989, the Central Park jogger was attacked. I remember it completely dominated the news. The city felt about ready to combust, demanding justice swift and severe. 5 teenagers, young teenagers, one was 15, 2 were 14, were arrested, and Donald Trump paid for a full-page ad in every major newspaper demanding the reinstatement of the death penalty. One of his quotes at the time was, "It's more than anger, I hate them, and I want society to hate them." Remember that quote. I'm going to come back to that in about a minute. Now, the 5 teens were innocent, a fact confirmed by DNA science after they had spent a combined 41 years in prison. Most people acknowledged a terrible mistake had been made. Not Trump. He never let up. A 28-year crusade against them. Now, that's mostly a function of narcissism. Narcissists can't admit mistakes. But if you don't accept that at least part of that was racial, you're just not being honest. Everything about the whole mess, his rhetoric, everything from beginning to end evoked Jim Crow. Now fast forward to his presidential campaign. His very first speech, he said, Mexican immigrants are mainly rapists and criminals. No, they're mainly regular decent people working really hard just to survive. He tweeted an image of a dark-skinned man pointing a gun with the statistic that 80% of the gun homicides where the victim was white, the shooter was black, as if to say, be afraid, white people, black people just can't stop shooting you. Again, no, that number is 15%, not even close. He claimed he personally witnessed, quote, thousands of Muslims celebrating 9/11 in Jersey City. Bullshit. Had there been thousands of Muslims celebrating 9/11 just across the bridge from where it happened, the police would have heard, an article would have been written, somebody somewhere would have taken note. So why make all these claims? It's almost as if he, I don't know, wants society to hate them. I could present 10 hours of logic. I could detail irrefutably the many ways his budget will cripple us as a nation. I could lay out the neo-Nazi connections among half his cabinet, or his history of just being a straight-up dangerous lunatic. But it wouldn't matter to the very core of his base. Wouldn't even matter if he, what did he say? Shot someone in the middle of Fifth Avenue. They will rationalize and justify anything because he validates their nationalism and hate. And until we acknowledge that that is the problem here, we don't have a chance, no matter who sits in the Oval Office.